Namaste. So now let us consider the power of the president to issue an ordinance. So we are in which part are we in? We are in part 5 and chapter 3. Let me change the color of the pen so that let's choose this one. Okay, yeah. Now, power of the president to promulgate ordinance during recess of parliament. That means parliament can't be in session. Now, let us consider all the MCQs that the examiner can ask you from this article. If at any time except when both houses of parliament are in session. So parliament cannot be in session, especially both houses cannot be in session, then only the president has the power to issue an ordinance. Now think about it. Why should such a power be given to the president in the first place? Because there can be a certain situation which requires some urgent attention, for the president to make a law, and that problem needs to be resolved by enacting a law, but parliament isn't in session, so we can't be waiting for the parliament to come back to the session because this emergency sort of an situation. But don't use the word emergency, we'll keep it for later because emergency law connotes quite a few different things. But let us say a drastic situation emerges which has to be solved out by enacting a law, and parliament is not in session, so therefore we have given the president this power, or you can say this is the executive's power for a basically legislative action. So this is actually a legislative power. So when I said just executive's power boli thi, executive power nahi hai, this is a legislative power of the president. First MCQ. The ordinance making power of the president is legislative, executive, quasi-executive, judicial, which I'm going to mark. Correct? Power, or rather MCQ number 1, not power number 1. Power to inki bahut sari hai. So they can make a question such as this. Let me just go here and so ordinance के बारे में एक multi-form MCQ भी आपको दे सकते हैं. So for example, they can give you these 4 options, and usually they can ask you which of the following are true, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3, or 3 and 4, right? So such sort of questions can be there in your examination relating to the ordinances. Now let us consider what are those. So this is a correct option in those 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, right? The president is satisfied that circumstances exist which render it necessary for him to take immediate action. See, the keyword is immediate. Immediate के ऊपर कोई MCQ बनेगा नहीं. But let us say, that they break down this article and basically then they ask you to, again, that multimodal MCQ. So now you pretty much know what is correct and what isn't. He may, तो उनकी मर्जी है, promulgate such ordinance as the circumstance appear to him to require. Okay. This is crucial because this is a very, very popular MCQ. An ordinance promulgated under this section, or rather this article, shall have the same force and effect as an act. इसको जरा कृपया करके note करिए. Let me just highlight it. As an act. Got it? An ordinance is equal to an act. याद रहेगा, because they will just remove this word and they can ask you, now tell us whether an ordinance is equal to, let us say, a judgment or an act. Act is the correct option, or 2, 3 more funny options. But any which way, it shall be laid before both houses of parliament. So they can now, another MCQ is, an ordinance shall be laid before both, या both तो हटा ही देंगे, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, Speaker of the Lok Sabha, or both houses of parliament. What are you going to mark? Both houses of parliament, and shall cease to operate at the expiration of 6 weeks. Great. This is the MCQ. What is the upper time limit after parliament has reassembled? What is the time limit for what? The ordinance? That is 6 weeks from the reassembly of parliament or before the expiration of that period. Resolutions disapproving it are passed by both houses upon the passing of second of those resolutions. So basically, let us say the Lok Sabha disapproves the ordinance, and then the Rajya Sabha also disapproves the ordinance. So from the date of the passing of the disapproval of this ordinance by the Rajya Sabha. In this case, we are going to basically say bye bye to the ordinance. And this has been asked again and again and again in every law entrance. May be withdrawn at any time by the president. Got it? Simple, right? Acha, let us say the houses are basically summoned to be reassembled on different dates. Then we take the later of the day dates, basically जो 6 हफ्ते जो गिने जाएंगे later of the days. And now if you apply some sort of logical reasoning, that is parliament 6 महीने में एक बार तो मिलेगा ना. 6 महीने लिख दिया मैंने, actually should be writing months, but let us say 6 months, so you'll basically are going to meet at least once. And then what is 6 weeks? 6 weeks is 1.5 months. How? 4 plus 2 weeks, right? 4 1 mahina, 2 is the 0.5. So in effect, the upper limit for the life of an ordinance under all scenarios is 7.5 months. मतलब worst case, ordinance won't be tapoing the lifespan of 7.5 months, because Article 85 says that Parliament will meet once every 6 months, correct? So if they are going to meet every 6 months, once तो मिलना ही मिलना, that is the minimum requirement. और उसके ऊपर मिलने के बाद 6 weeks का अभी भी time है. So in the worst case scenario, the life of an ordinance is, or rather the maximum life that is contemplated under the Constitution for an ordinance is 7.5 months. Okay. If and so far an ordinance under this article makes any provision that Parliament would not under this Constitution be competent to enact, it shall be void. They can ask you this, that when can an ordinance be void? So highlight this. So it shall be void. ठीक है जी. अच्छा, एक काम आप और करिएगा. Under Article 114 Clause 3, it says that appropriation of money outside of the, or rather withdrawing the money out, it says appropriation of money outside of the Consolidated Fund of India cannot be done without an appropriation bill as provided for under 114. So only and only one thing that the ordinance cannot do is appropriate money out of the Consolidated Fund of India. So if they ask you which of the following is not true or is incorrect or is correct, but they can make a hell lot of MCQs on this. But always remember that the ordinance, and via an ordinance, the central executive, which is basically the president and the council of ministers, cannot pull money out of the Consolidated Fund of India. That is one limitation. And then there is another limitation as well, which let us discuss here. So when you go to the 7th schedule, abhi course ke andar aayega 7th schedule. Yeah, sorry, made a quick edit so that the background had to be changed. So via an ordinance, the Sarkar can make law for list 1. When you go to the 7th schedule in the course, you will understand what these lists are. List 1 is the union list. So basically there is a list of items on which the Sarkar can make laws. List 2 is the state list, on which the Sarkar, basically the state, has exclusive jurisdiction to make laws except in the case of an emergency. And 3 is the concurrent list, in which both union and the states have the power to make laws. Now, even an ordinance cannot make a law on any topic under the state list except when there is a national emergency in place, because only then do you get the power, or rather does the center get the power to make a law for the state list. याद रहेगा. अभी आपको लगेगा यार ये क्या बता दिया 123 पे. Go थोड़ा सा नीचे in the course, you will understand this, don't you worry. So revise list 1, list 2, list 3 from the 7th schedule. We've already spoken about this in the federalism portion a bit. Basically the introduction was there. So there are certain matters on which the Sarkar has the exclusive, basically you can say, power to make, or jurisdiction to make laws on. In list 2, the states have that power. List 3 is concurrent, दोनों किसी भी time मिल जाते हैं. And when you go to article 240 something, you are going to understand this. So even in an ordinance, let us say the national emergency is not there, which is most of the times, the ordinance will not touch the list 2 topics. That is a limitation. So the limitation is Article 114 Clause 3, that is, you will not appropriate money out of the Consolidated Fund of India via an ordinance, and you will not make a law on topics in list 2 under the 7th schedule. Go to Article 240s, the series of videos that are there relating to 240s, 250s. This will pretty much be very clear to you. Okay, ji? And I believe that is all the MCQs that we need to cover out from Article 123, right? So this is pretty much how we will go on covering out each and everything in the course. All right, now see you in the next one. Let us start the Union Judiciary, that is chapter 4 under part 5. And part 5 has how many chapters? 5 chapters. Very easy. Part 5, chapter 5. Part V, chapter V. Roman numerals. Just for that you remember. Okay, see you in the next one. Take care.